Sorry, Tom, but I'm replacing you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce your new co-host of GPS, Chris Streveler. Chris? Oh, he's probably still running a QB draw somewhere. Oh, babe. Chris, where's my Streveler? Where's my Streveler? Get out of here, Tom. I replaced you with Streveler.
It smells like
better?
Clorox wipes down here.
Is he better than you? Probably not, but we needed a change around here. People thought I would be the one to go. Okay, you get one more chance.
It's like I'm a great white shark. Emphasis on the really white part. I'm matching the color of my walls today.
Ooh,
it's
you
winter
do have the
and
same
it's
wall
cold.
tone.
What'd you say?
I said you do match.
I
your
do.
wall
It really is. It's the same color.
You go to the paint department to get some paint for your house. You don't bring in a paint chip. You just go match it to this, baby.
That's it. We here.
We steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another episode of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GPS. You didn't want me anymore, so I feel like I should just stay down here, baby.
No, we just needed a spark. We needed a spark, and thought we could get one with Chris Streveler.
Tile floors are really cold in the winter. This is cold in my anus. It is.
Yeah, that tile.
It doesn't feel, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel good, but also it's like a little refreshing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a rug. I'm gonna get you a good rug down there.
I have a Packers rug. I need to vacuum it again, but yeah.
Yeah, how dirty is the underside of your desk? Because mine gets disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. I just cleaned the top part too, but then I spilled beer all over it last night, which, by the way, it was one of your beers that you sent me for the advent calendar. It was the Brew Free IPA. Ooh. And I literally just opened it and it exploded everywhere.
That was the prank beer. You got pranked.
Got him.
Got him. One prank beer in there. Ooh, sorry.
Got him. Yeah, let's talk about Zach Wilson. So Why Wilson.
Why would I defend Zach like I defend Russ? He doesn't play for my team.
Because he's a mother lover.
I can defend Zach a little bit.
Okay.
I will say the one thing Zach Wilson and Russell Wilson have in common that I do not really like is because Zach Wilson has played bad football. He gets attacked on so many levels that are probably not fair to poor old Zachy Wilson. But it was nice to see a Wilson who was not my Wilson being roasted. Welcome to GPS, where we never know where Tom Grossi is hiding. It's a high concept show. It's like, where's Waldo? But real time digital. Ooh, there he is. Every time you find him, you got to pay him $5 in super chats.
Perfect. This is how I'm gonna make. I'm wearing really old PJ pants. These are from 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? We're bringing them back. We're bringing them back. And by bringing them back, I mean they were the only ones that were in my dresser because the others were in the dryer.
Jess just bought me and her and Carmi matching pajamas.
What kind?
Well, they're like plaid, Christmassy plaid, and I just have pants. I didn't get the full shebang, but I just got pants, and I never wear those pants. And she's like, "It's gonna make me happy. You're gonna wear them." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "But no pictures. No pictures." Whoa.
You got a fitty, Perna. You got a fitty. Sure.
And there's only one thing I can say to that.
We ride and we die together.
That clip does fit perfectly. It really does. It's not so no. So actually, Papa Grossi, I don't know if he still doesn't, but he actually lost power because the wind and the rain, it was whipping last night, and now it's supposed to. It's actually okay here right now. It's just raining, but it's supposed to drop to like really, really cold. Not -16. And stay safe, folks. Like people, it's like -30 in places. It's just
It's very cold.
It's colder than my tile floor right now. So,
although if it is that cold and you don't post a picture of how cold it is, it's actually not that cold.
It's true. It's true. That's accurate. By the way, I'm going to. This is the argument every time of should the Packers tank. This is the reason why, right here. Because every good person you get, they're not all going to work out.
Yeah.
So
well, let's see here. Trubisky. I wouldn't throw Trubisky in that category, but and also I wouldn't throw Zach Wilson in that category. I don't think he was ever that ultra talented.
He wasn't.
That's the problem.
I mean, they took him really early. They did, but we do have some breaking news, by the way.
Is it about your tackle?
No, it is. Hey, excuse me. He's gone to guard now. Okay, so
is he a guard now?
Yeah, he was doing right tackle he was originally a guard, but then he's played center. He's played left tackle. He's played right tackle. He came back from an injury. They tried him at right tackle, didn't work out. Then they moved him back to guard, and he's been playing much better. -50 today. Yeah, that's
whoa. Where are you, Ryan? Damn.
No, that's the 7th layer of hell right there. And you know what? I'm sorry, Perna. Is it about your tackle? I'm sorry that we have a somewhat healthy offensive line. All right. So why don't you shove that up your keister? Yeah, Elton Jenkins getting a big time contract, very well deserved. There were some rumors of is he going to get one? I always thought they were going to sign him. But yes, a 4-year, $68 million base value salary, max value of $74 million, second highest paid guard in the NFL.
Wow.
Let's go. Worth every penny.
Has he only had that one ACL injury?
Yes.
And this was his 4th year with you guys?
Yes. So yeah, this is he was due for a big contract. Him and Rashawn Gary's going to get one too. He's going to be coming up in his 5th year option too, but he's going to be getting a bigger contract. So yeah, we're going to talk about Zach Wilson. But yes, good day for Green Bay Packers fans, Russ Ball. He's just that guy.
That's why you don't see a lot of great linemen ever hit free agency.
Ooh, that's in Green Bay, -50. Jesus.
Whoa. Why would you live there?
That's cold. That's what when you walk out and your face hurts immediately.
Hey, at least energy companies aren't price gouging people to use natural gas.
It's true. Yeah, when Buffalo's like, hey, it's a lot of snow, that's how you know it's no bueno. It's no bueno. Everyone stay safe out there, all right? Oh yeah, a lot of schools. There's a school around me, and for some reason, when I subbed for them for 3 weeks, I'm still on their call list, and I've called a million times, please stop calling me at 5 a.m. I've blocked them, but the voicemails still go through. So they closed today because power's out, the whole 9 yards. So yeah,
hey Tom, we're closing the school, but could you still be on call for substitution?
I'm just no. I'm this was years ago. This is pre-COVID.
Never have enough subs, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I love that Strev came in. Did you see that picture I posted on Twitter of him just smoking? Someone said it in my chat that there's a picture of him after he won. I think it was the Grey Cup. He's just smoking a cigar, shirtless in the middle of Canadian winter. I was that's so badass.
Yeah. He is badass. And I think he just looked so much like Tebow to me.
He did.
Wearing number 15. Not being accurate when he threw, but making some plays, bringing some. I think Russ is playing this week. Just making some plays to give the Jets a tiny bit of life.
The throws were not good, but he was just I'm gonna run like a freight train and whatever. And it wasn't even pretty. This is the picture I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that.
What a man.
Legend.
What a man I'll never be.
My testosterone went up just by looking at that.
Yeah, mine turned into estrogen.
Oh, okay.
My body adapts. It's like, okay, there's an alpha man right there. Let's try and court him. You must turn into a woman now and be his. That's how my body. I'm like a chameleon. Yeah. Sexual chameleon. I'll be anything you want me to be.
Perna, when we embrace each other inside the airport and run into each other's arms like it's the ending of a Christmas romance movie, it's great.
Oh, I will morph into your dream woman, and everybody will know what that looks like now. Who is your dream woman, Tom? Who's your celebrity crush?
That's it, Brandon. You wouldn't change at all. My one Christmas wish, to beat the Miami Dolphins.
Whoa, ain't happening.
I don't know. Shut up. Shut up. I hope you lose to Baker Mayfield now. I can't wait for you to get that big bronze bust of me, and it's going to sit back there. It's going to look beautiful.
I'm rooting for a worst game ever. I need it. I need it to save me.
For the YouTube.
The YouTube. They only want to watch me having the worst time of my life.
Sure.
Had the worst time of my life.
Just as an alpha woman, you're just realizing that?
All to Broncos football.
Jess survived a cult. She's surviving Brandon.
Oh, yeah. She alpha dog. Alpha dog.
100%. It's a team-friendly deal, which I imagine it has to be a team-friendly deal for Daniel Jones. But let's talk about good old Zach Wilson. Brandon, you got some stats up here on the good old rundown.
Let me
comparing him against one of the great QBs of our time.
Yeah, because it went from not great to bad to worse to we got Mike White to, oh no, it's still really bad because his ribs are falling off. Like, they're as sturdy as the McRib sandwich right now, so he's not allowed to play. Oh wait, hold on, that's the wrong stat. I got multiple stats here for Zach Wilson.
There you go.
So this is what we call not getting better.
This is what we call not good. And real quick, to be fair, the offensive line is very injured. It is.
Yeah.
But
I noticed that last night watching
the offensive line's
like, yeah, they've got some offensive line issues. But my take from that is nobody cares. Nobody cares if your offensive line is bad. I have lived that all season long. Your offensive line is bad. Don't matter. Your quarterback's supposed to figure out how to succeed in spite of that. But it's really, really bad when you start getting compared to one Jamarcus Russell. That's what we call the dagger. That's what we call the dagger.
It's not the wins and losses, because again, wins are not QB stats, but everything else is not great, Bob.
In Zach's case, it is a little bit of wins and losses because the Jets defense is so good. That's why everybody's, been so hard on the Broncos. Their defense is elite. It's elite. And they mentioned it before the game or at the start of the game.
Last night,
that, the Jets were like the first team to go from having the worst defense. I forget what two categories, but they were ranked 32nd last year. And now they're like top 5. They're 3rd and 4th in, a couple key categories. So, you hold the Jags to 19 points. I think the defense did their job. They're red hot right now, and you just have an offense that cannot function. If I had time, I would have made a video about it today as another worst game because it was bad. Like, that game last night was terrible.
See, it was so funny because someone said that and they're like, Tom, is this like the worst QB you've seen this year? And I was like, nope, it wasn't.
We've seen a lot of those games.
Brandon, I've done every primetime game, every one. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it with my chest, and I believe it because people look at the Broncos Colts and go, that was bad. But again, that was so bad, it turned into hilarity. It was so funny by the end because just both teams were so bad.
The Broncos 49ers?
It is Broncos 49ers. That was the worst. And I've seen a lot of bad games this year. That was the worst game of the season. it was horrific. Jimmy Garoppolo sucked. Russell Wilson sucked. And it wasn't like, oh, they're playing great defense. They just all sucked. And it was just such a terrible, boring game. Worst one of the year.
It's bad though when like the defense is really good, but yes, Russell Wilson and Garoppolo, weren't good in that game. But even when those guys play poorly, the one thing they don't do is like turn the ball over a lot, right? So as long as you've got a good defense playing against a quarterback who's making mistakes, like throwing some picks, maybe get a scoop and score, a pick six, those type of things that make a game interesting, those are not happening when your quarterback is good, but just not playing well. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I get you. Well, I mean,
even Zach Wilson throws some really bad passes and interceptions, but like there could have been a Jags defensive touchdown in that game, which would have helped quite a bit, but it just makes for painful football. Such painful football.
It's like why I don't want to see like the Giants in the playoffs. And it's not because like, oh, it's a Giant. I want it. Playoffs, I want there to be just good football. That's all I want. Like that's why like I would rather the Lions be in there than the Giants, just because I don't want to watch it. Like the Lions are at least a fun, exciting team to do it. Well, Joe Burrow is also like, there's a reason he was number 1 overall. Like knew though, Zach Wilson, I feel like when he was drafted, people are still like, okay, like he's not there yet, but like maybe he could. And he just never. And again, like you could look at kind of just his early years. You could look at like never really had a great offensive line. You could look at, the lack of weapons, because like when he was there was a lack of weapons. It just, I don't know. There's a lot of things, but the fans, oh God, they were crucifying him. Because as someone who is in New York, that trash is in New Jersey, but like, yeah, the sports media here is relentless, and like fans, like they will turn on you in a dime. Like a minute that you stop like producing, and like if there's like consistency there, they will hate you.
That is
like it's be real tough to do that. I did it.
When the Jets drafted Zach Wilson, that was like my legit biggest concern, is him going from BYU to that market. Like you gotta be the right guy for that. And I like, obviously he had the misstep earlier this season when, he didn't take shoulder blame for the loss, but that seemed like a big leap to be put in that situation, to be drafted number 2 and then to go to New York and have to deal with that. That's a tough spot to be. Like, how old is he? 23? I wouldn't, no way would I want to be in that market as a 23-year-old with super high expectations. I think Trevor LAwrence would have been a much better fit there, and not just because he's playing better, but I think he has been in like that spotlight for so long and playing in the SEC and having success as a freshman. He's like used to it. And it would have, even if he played terrible his rookie season, Trevor LAwrence, I think he would just be better suited to be there. But, now he's in Jacksonville and starting to play well with a good head coach. And like, that's the other thing. Like Lawrence has been saved by Doug Peterson. The Jets, we all believe, really well-coached team.
I agree.
Outside of them, having the good defense, like what we're questioning in Denver, what the Steelers are questioning or have been questioning is like, what's the offensive coordinator doing? Like how much responsibility, where's the coaching here? It's like Zach Wilson doesn't even really have that excuse for bad coaching. You know what I mean? Where you could get away, like even Justin Fields, it's like Matt Nagy and Justin Fields wasn't the right fit. So I don't know what he can do to resurrect his career, to save his career, other than like just sitting and learning and being ready for when he gets a shot somewhere else in a different situation.
Well, and so Zach Wilson was ACC. But in terms of kind of like where the Jets are now, like you have a QB problem. And like the issue is, I think they are one of
Clemson's ACC. I don't know, but they played against the SEC, right? In the championships.
All I know is the FCC won't let me be. So
let me be me. So let me see.
Trying to take me down on MTV. It just feels so empty without me. Anyway,
I don't watch college football. Check.
Again, the point is that now the Jets are a team, though. They get a quarterback. They are playoff contenders. Easy. Because like the offensive line, again, it does need to get better. It needs to get healthier. So if I'm the Jets, I'm spending that early draft pick on an offensive line, and I'm going out and I'm getting a QB in free agency. Like because I think they are a piece or two away because the defense is that good. And unless they really regress in their second year, like I think they are good. They're well coached. Breece Hall will be back, who they have been missing. They get up that offensive line. They have some young weapons. Garrett Wilson, Elijah, they have people. Like, let it rock. So yeah, I don't think Zach Wilson.
They need a Russell Wilson, you're saying?
No, Zach Wilson. I think he's done in New York, though. I do. I know it's only year 2, but I think he's done. I think maybe they start him a couple times later in the season just to see, like, why not? But I think he's done.
Yeah, there's like some dead cap issue, with Zach Wilson, but it feels like if. Like the Cardinals were willing to depart with Josh Rosen so quickly.
Yes.
It seems like Zach Wilson is on that same trajectory. Elliot, happy holidays.
Go. Thanks for that content. Legit the only ones who got my lady interested in football. Not an easy achievement. Well, I got something for you then. I want to get the ladies interested in football.
Are you ready for some football?
Where is it?
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
All the ladies love pancreases. Pancreasi? What is the plural of pancreas?
Penis.
Okay. Thank you, Elliot. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. But yeah, no, I think he's done. And then I literally was about to bring up Josh Rosen, who just got signed by the Minnesota Vikings, by the way. Kevin Kurt.
New man on the Minnesota Vikings. Josh Rosen.
It didn't work. Oh, fine.
Whoa. How not come? Oh, yeah. Lions. One pride. Guess what, Lions fans? You want to know what my mascot was in high school? Lions. We going all the way this time.
We were corn.
What were you?
Our mascot was the Huskers. We were corn.
You were the Cornhuskers? In New York?
Yeah.
They have corn there that grows?
I
imagine all of New York is just New York City, and then there's Buffalo.
Yep, that's it. New York is a huge. Yeah. It's a really, really big state.
I know. There's a lot of rural area in New York.
Yeah,
they call it upstate, eh?
Oh yeah, you go all the way upstate.
Oh yeah, go to upstate New
Yeah,
York.
go
this
to
is how they talk there.
Yeah, go to Rochester. Go to Buffalo.
And then when you go to the city, they talk like this. Hey, you're in New York City, guys. You want a bigger sandwich for your belly and mouth? That's how I imagine the big city.
Have you ever been to New York City?
Plenty of times, obviously.
Also, I like this motion too.
You guys want a big ol' sandwich for your New York belly? And then you get mugged by that guy. Boom.
I mean, yeah.
I went to New York on a high school trip, and I purchased a bootleg copy of Adam Sandler's Little Nicky. That was my crowning accomplishment. I was like, oh, they're selling bootleg movies. I'm going to buy one. And boy, was it worth it.
You got a fitty, Perna.
Whoa, Indianapolis all the way to elimination this time. Let's see here. Now the Colts are eliminated. Will they play with less energy or with wanton disregard against the Chargers? Ooh, I think they're going to play with disregard. And I know exactly what we need.
Go Chargers, go.
Go Chargers, go.
I want the Chargers to get into the postseason, and I want the matchup to be against Kansas City, and I want the Chargers to beat the Chiefs. Hey, I'm in New York.
You do it again. I'm going to stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
No, you
anyway.
sound like Christopher Walken. It's like I could probably do Christopher Walken's voice,
I haven't done it in
but
a while.
under the pressure of this show, when somebody says that, then there's like just no, it just leaves my mind. Any way he sounds, any like noticeable mannerism he has, gone. Patriots, ugh. We were the Lions. Yeah, but next, what are we talking about? Football? The Tigers. Oh.
Now apparently we're just talking about high school mascots. So
Oh yeah, I forgot Nick Foles starting with it. Maybe they do get a little spark with Nicky Foles.
Yep. He had a religion class with Wilson.
Zach Wilson made my friend stop believing.
He was devout.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Zach Wilson is completely done because at this point, like you said, you made the Josh Rosen example and the fact that like the Cardinals were willing to move on for him. Now, where are they draft pick wise? Because they don't have like a super early draft pick.
Who, the Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're winning too. They won too much this season.
So now they're. I'm sorry if my microphone was. They're 15.
I'll bring it up.
They're 15. Yeah, they're number 15. Alexander, stay safe. Stay safe. They do talk with their shoulders.
Look at the old
we talk with our shoulders because we bump into people. That's
get out of my way. We're walking over to get that big sandwich here in New York City.
What are you doing big sandwiches? You think it's like you talk about a pizza or like hot dogs?
No, that's New York, the big sandwich capital of the world. They're known for the New York cheesesteak.
That's inaccurate.
Let me get a Philly pie and a New York cheesesteak.
Yeah, they're 15. The Jets are 15.
There they are.
Okay. Also, you know what felt really bad, Perna? We lost to this Jets team. And I feel like they were playing better. They were playing better.
No, you lost to the Packers lost to the Jets? So did the Broncos. How close was that game when you played the Jets?
The second half wasn't that close. It wasn't that close.
Did you have Mike White, though? Who'd you play? Who's the quarterback?
No, that was Zach Wilson.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about that last night, how bad the Jets loss looks in retrospect
Looks so bad
for the Broncos. And in that game, Zach Wilson fumbled the ball. And I can't remember if the Broncos scored or if they just recovered it and were in like scoring range. But the officials didn't rule it correctly. And I was like, man, they lost to the Jets. They got terrible call by the officials there, negated a fumble. Sauce Gardner was allowed to just assault Cortland Sutton all game. And the whole time it was winnable for Denver. And they just couldn't do it. And last night I felt the same way. I was like, man, that one stings.
Yeah, I mean, having Breece Hall run all over us and destroy us didn't help. But
yeah, I think we got him right after Breece Hall got hurt. I don't even think we can use that excuse.
Just root for a kitty, and you'll be happy. Just root for a kitty. That's it.
I could do both. I can't multitask anything, but I can multitask an ad read.
Sure. That's very, very true. And something is going to happen. All right, Perny, you want to talk about some of these games here?
Yes, Tom, I would love to.
Good. I'm glad. Both our teams are playing on Christmas.
This is Halloween, Christmas.
Yep. Close.
So
really, really close.
Yeah. Yours the first game, Packers?
Yes, it is. Thank God. Because I get to get both videos out before Sunday Night Football. By the way, yeah, these primetime games, why? Jets Jaguars was last night. That wasn't a good game. Saturday's Steelers Raiders. I'm not convinced that's going to be a great game. Like, that's probably going to be a low-scoring game, but it has the most potential. Sunday night is Trace McSorley versus Tom Brady. You got the Cardinals and Buccaneers. That's going to be a train wreck. And then you got the Chargers against the Colts. Why?
I guess like the NFL decided like we're not going to flex anything on Christmas.
I don't think they can because like they can't.
Plans have been made.
Yeah, they can't do it to the players and stuff. So I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, they did. Breece Hall like ran all over us. It just was Yeah.
Okay. They were a little better then, I guess.
The Broncos had no. The Broncos had no excuse. The Packers have excuses.
Yeah, we got no excuse. We're that bad.
But yes, we're playing the 1:00 game on Christmas, and we'll be streaming that one. You got the Packers versus Dolphins, and I am terrified. I am terrified of Tyreek Hill. I'm terrified of Jalen Waddle. I'm terrified of Raheem Mostert, and that's just from experience.
Blazing speed is what's going to kill you.
I am terrified. So if, and it is the biggest if in the world, if we win, we're going to the playoffs. We're going to the playoffs like full speed ahead. If we're able to beat the Dolphins in Florida, because the Commanders just need to lose to the 49ers this week, which I think is going to happen. And then they need to lose either to the Browns or the Cowboys. Okay. Which is very possible. And Seattle's got to lose one more game, and they're playing the Chiefs this weekend.
Interesting.
So
Well,
that being said, I'm
let
terrified.
me tell you something, Tom.
Mhm.
Now, I want the Dolphins to win. I'm pulling for the Dolphins to get into the postseason. But let's just say, for your sake, part of me hopes the Packers do beat the Dolphins. So you can lose to the Detroit Lions when you need to get into the playoffs.
You're such a vindictive little monster.
The Packers, they win and they're in. Guess who stands in their way? One pride.
I want
Campbell to just take you guys all out at the knees. Jamal Williams, revenge game, 280 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Jared Goff, 400, his career day passing. It will all happen. Or I'll root for your Packers to get in the postseason so you can have a better January.
That'd be great. Well, listen, if it comes down to that, I pray that they flex that to Sunday Night Football.
Oh, man, that would be fun.
It would be the Lions' first primetime game this year because they had 0. So, like, they're going to get a lot more next year. But, yeah, it'd be their first primetime game, Sunday Night Football, Packers-Lions, winner goes to the postseason. Let's go.
Yeah, it would be nice if the NFL tried to, get
Don't listen to Perna.
the Lions the same sort of attention that they do for their LA teams.
Ugh.
Like all the force feeding of LA football. Like, come on. Packer or the Lions, you can't give one primetime game to. Silly. Betting advice? Ooh. Don't take it from me. I've missed on more bets this year than any season before. I think the Broncos are going to win on Christmas, though. I'll tell you that.
Playing the Rams, they should. I picked the Broncos to win, actually. Yeah, I think you have to. So to win this, like, if the Packers want a shot, because I don't trust our defense whatsoever, I really don't. You have to just run the ball. Like, just run the ball, keep their offense off the field. And that because that's the one thing we have going with, like, for us. Miami's defense is not great. So that's like the one thing we can exploit. Long sustained drives all day, every day. Get out of there with a field goal win and run back to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
The Superchargers.
That's the only chance I think we have because our pass rush is not good. The defense, like, I think our secondary is going to have a tough time with all of that. The run defense is going to be tough against Mostert. It's not going to be great. It could go very poorly very quickly. And it's playing in Florida, and we really don't do well in Florida. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, there's so much stacked again. If we win this game, I think we could beat the Vikings and Lions.
Let's see here.
Please, God. Please.
The Lions, they're tough to run against lately.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's very, very true.
Yeah, they shut down the Jets. They shut down the Vikings. They shut down the Jags. The Bills actually ran really well against them for yardage. But whoa.
We didn't ask to get flexed into 2 extra Sunday Night Football in a row, especially since it came out at the weakest moment in the season for the Chargers. That's true. But you won both? One? I don't remember. But you get...
Yeah, pretty much everybody eats bread.
They do.
Russell Wilson should be canceled for
That's
going against people who have a gluten allergy.
That's right.
Thank you, Claire. Appreciate you.
The last team
they lost
to
to the
beat
49ers. All right,
the Jaguars was the Lions. That's a good angle, huh? Do you think both those teams will get in, or
Lions Jaguars? I think there's a very good chance they do.
Yeah.
I actually picked the Texans to beat the Titans this week. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and the Texans have been playing well the past couple weeks. I don't think it's a good matchup.
Yeah. Well, there's a big X factor for Tennessee because Ryan Tannehill's hurt.
Yep.
So you got Malik Willis. We've only seen a small sampling size of Malik. He looked good in the preseason, but then they forbid him from throwing in his first start.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if they'll coach into his strengths, which I think they tried to do that first game, but yeah, that could be a Texans win. But the Texans, are they trying to just hold on to that first overall pick? Like, I don't know.
But that's the thing too. Like, you gotta look at your coach too. There's rumors that they're gonna keep him.
Lovey?
Yeah. There's rumors that they're gonna keep him around. I think because Andy Reid was advocating for it. He said, like, you should keep Lovie Smith, like, going into this rebuild.
He's like, you should keep the guy who has just one victory this season. As another AFC coach, I'm completely unbiased. And he's like, please keep him because they did almost beat us in overtime. So it'll make because it looks bad on paper. But think about it. Maybe he's a really great coach. He almost beat me, Andy Reid, and I'm very, very good. I just like Andy Reid justifying their almost losing to the Texans. He's like, just Lovie Smith outcoached me.
he boomed me. He boomed me. Yeah, but anyway, so that's a big game. Do you think your Broncos beat the Rams in a game that means absolutely nothing because you don't even have your
optimism? There's just one thing I'm looking for.
That game is completely useless because you're not even advocating for draft picks because both of them don't even own their own draft picks.
No, but it actually benefits the Rams to lose because the Seahawks have our pick. So the Cardinals, by losing to the Broncos, they're trying to make the Seahawks pick a little bit worse. The Rams, by losing to the Broncos, will make the Seahawks pick a little bit worse. So looking at it that way, hurt your opponent by taking the L. Makes sense. Really, this is all I'm looking for in this game for the Broncos. I don't even care what the final score is ultimately. Before Russell Wilson was concussed, it felt like the offense started to click. They started to put something together with him. For the first time this season, it was like, oh, they're working. And then last week against Arizona, Brett Rippon had it was a slow start as it always is, but they scored points. They scored touchdowns. So really, I just want to see if there's any merit to that. If the adjustments they've started to make with Clint Kubiak as OC, I just want to see the offense look functional. I just want it to feel like a real football offense. If the defense gives up a lot of points and the Broncos lose like 28-27 or something, like, I'm fine. I just got to see touchdowns again. And then I can have a little bit of hope moving forward. If they go out there and they score like 13 points and lose 13-16, they can't even get into the red zone, all the problems that we saw all season long, then I'm hitting that panic button hard into the offseason.
And you're going to be working on a video on Christmas.
Yeah. No, I'll stream during Christmas. I ain't putting out a video.
Yeah,
it'll be the next day. It'll have to wait.
Worst game?
It'll have to wait. And it's like, look, if Russell Wilson doesn't play well and win on Jesus's birthday, my team has no hope. We have no chance because clearly we are not the chosen ones. We are not the chosen ones. It's no way, no getting around it. No getting around it. No,
I mean, I just can't argue with that take. I can't. There's some other good games that are like decent. Like Vikings Giants could be a low key good game. Could be
Vikings Giant. Yeah.
It could be like low key.
I mean, both. The Vikings don't need to win anymore, though, do they?
I mean, they want to hold on to. Technically, they would like to get the first seed, and if the Eagles lose, they technically could still get it, but I don't think they're going. Like the Eagles, Cowboys, like they're not moving with a win or a loss. Like, I'm sorry, that's a lie. If the Eagles win, then they clinch the number 1 seed.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the Vikings, they're trying to stay ahead of the Niners, right?
Like 49ers are right behind them,
or the Cowboys, but no, the
the Cowboys can't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the Cowboys are probably going to be locked in at the number 5 seed.
Yeah. So the Vikings,
they just want to stay ahead of the 49ers.
Yeah. So they'll get, if they stay, they'll get whoever has the 7 seed.
Correct.
Oh my God. Vikings.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying for weeks, Perna. I want the Vikings to keep the 2 seed. I do not want to play the 49ers or the Packers sneak in. And if the Lions do, I want the Lions to oust the Vikings from the playoffs. It'd be great.
What if if the Lions sneak in and then they lose? I'm sorry, if the Packers sneak in and then they lose to the Vikings.
Oh, I'm in hell. Oh,
what happens to you?
I'm
legit concerned.
Ragnarok for me. Yeah. No, that's nope. That's a
I
whole
would
lot of bad.
Yeah, I would be on call to be your bring you back down.
Honestly, that would probably be like the highest stream I ever had in my life. If it was Vikings Packers and the playoffs. Oh Jesus.
Man. Is there a way both the Packers and Lions can get in?
I was just thinking that. I think it is possible, but we need like Washington and the Giants to tank.
Oh wow. So I have to root for the Chiefs to beat the Seahawks if I want to keep my Lion, my one pride going.
Yes.
Okay. Seahawks losing, I can take, even with the Chiefs win.
Yeah,
fair enough.
You don't mind if the Seahawks lose?
No.
So, just saying. But yeah, no, that would be. Yeah, they need to lose out. Yeah, then you could have the Packers and Lions. Everybody can be happy, guys. Everybody. Yeah. Come on. Do you want everyone happy?
Oh, man, that would be brutal. Lions got to play the Niners in the first. If the Lions are 6 and the Packers are 7.
Oh, man, what a shame. What a shame.
Oh, but if it flip-flopped and the Packers...
Nope.
If the Packers get into the playoffs, the Vikings or the Vikings or 49ers, both of those are bad scenarios for you.
Yep, I'm very aware, Brandon. I'm very aware of my predicament. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't taken the headfirst dive into the Packers playoff scenarios. I think you got a hundo, Tom.
William! With a hundo. Bears could win over Bills. Hear me out. It's going to be -15, favoring the run. The Bears just got Herbert, their best running back. Oh, yes, true. Bills struggling with tackling. Bears have the number 1 rushing offense with the league's leader after broken tackles, Justin Fields. Boom. You're not wrong.
William Gilman. There's
William.
like 2 nice names. That rolls off the tongue. William Gilman. I like all the L's and the I's. I like the way that flows. William Gilman.
Thank you, William. I appreciate you.
Gil am man. Boom.
Johnny John
Actually, I wish it was William Gilliman. William Gilliman. Yeah.
William Gilliam.
Will Gill.
Anyway, William's like, I did not think I was going to donate $100 to get my name dissected. But yeah, I mean, it's possible. The Bears could. They could. I don't disagree.
Who's all eliminated? There we go.
What?
The Rams and Broncos, just like we all thought, and Colts.
Yep. Yeah, but the Giants trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Hope they lose. I hope. Here you go. I hope the Minnesota Vikings win this weekend.
Wow. Yeah, you kind of need them to.
I don't need them to.
You need
Honestly,
the
need the
Vikings
Commanders.
and 49ers to win this
No, I
weekend.
need the 49ers too. Yeah, the 49ers team is much more important.
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't.
both will help.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
If
a lot.
can you imagine the Lions beat the 49ers in the playoffs?
Oh, they would. They would too.
They would.
They would. I know it. I know it.
I want. Oh, that clip's gonna come back and haunt me if we wind up playing in the wild card. That's not gonna be good. And we also play them next week. But no, I do, because I want the Giants to lose out. I want the Commanders to lose out. I want the Seahawks to lose out. I want it so bad. I want it so bad. So
Titans, if they lose, then they're tied there, 7-8 with the Jags. Okay. The Jets are still up there, but they're falling.
yeah, I honestly think the Jaguars have all the momentum right now. Like I think they have a really good shot to win the division.
I saw on Twitter that the Steelers' playoff chances increased from 0.5 to 0.7% after the Jets lost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just like that somebody's tracking those statistics.
Yeah. I don't know. But other than that, like the other games, like it's kind of like Eagles Cowboys has lost like a lot of steam for me just because it really doesn't do anything for either team. You know, Hurts not being there hurts. It'll be fun to watch Minshew. And if Minshew beats the Cowboys, oh my God, the salt will be amazing.
Oh, he's going to. I guarantee Gardner Minshew has a career game against the Cowboys. And it's not because I want to see the Cowboys lose or anything. I don't care if they win or lose. I do root for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are the best team in football right now. I think they got the best offense and defense combo. Now, obviously, their offense functions with Jalen Hurts. Can't understate Jalen Hurts' importance to that offense. But we all know Gardner Minshew is the greatest backup quarterback in the NFL. Okay. 2, he's the man I wish I was. 3, you want to talk about a X factor or extenuating circumstances? His mentor, Mike Leach, passed away last week. Gardner spoke at his memorial service this week. I think like he's going to go out and play just the best game of his professional career because of that. Like, I feel like that's one of those motivators that like people are looking for the Cowboys to get the win because he's playing. I think they're stepping into a lion's den, an eagle's nest. Where do eagles live? Are they in holes? Do eagles live in holes? They're going to get effed up by the Eagles. And I think Gardner Minshew is going to throw for over 300 yards. I really do. Another reason I think so, have you watched Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown this season? They're really good. And they got Miles Sanders. You know what? We didn't talk about it, but like Jalen Hurts sprained his shoulder during that victory last week. And all the attention was kind of on him having 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
But when I went through that game for best and worst, like he threw maybe like 3 of the best passes of the season. And I don't know which ones he threw before or after like his shoulder got injured. I was like, damn. And somebody pointed out one of those throws on Twitter. And of course it was like, if Patrick Mahomes did this, Twitter would be on fire. But anyway, Eagles are going to win that game. Sorry, Scooter.
We also have a bird matchup too. We have a cat matchup with the Lions Panthers.
Ooh, King of the Jungle, baby.
But we also have Falcons Ravens game. And my question to you, and I have a very philosophical question for you.
Sure.
Okay. So you know, lob like the birds, right? Mama bird, and then right into like baby bird's mouth, right? Like that's
yeah, you throw up into their mouths.
Okay. Is it the winner or the loser of the Falcons Ravens game that is throwing up or being thrown up into?
Oh. The winner does the throwing up.
Okay.
Because effectively, whoever wins that game is the parent. And then the other bird is the baby bird.
Even though the baby bird's the one who's getting food. Getting full. Getting satiated.
Yeah. They don't throw up all the food. They keep a little for
I
themselves.
keep a little for himself. Yeah.
Because Lamar Jackson's not playing, right? Again?
Lamar Jackson's not playing. No.
Damn.
No.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. The baby bird's eating. Like, it's just like, yo, thank you, parent.
Yo, thanks, Mama Bird. That throw up was delish. Yo, Mama, I need some more puke. You remember that SNL sketch?
Is it a New York bird too? Hey, mama.
That's not New York. That's Florida.
Get a bigger sandwich.
That's Florida, where I come from. Hey, Mama, give me some more puke, eh? Down here in South Florida Beach, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you ever see that SNL sketch, The Bird
Which one?
Family?
Yes.
It was Will Ferrell, and they just feed each other like birds. Oh my God. And I think it is Will Ferrell chewing up his food and spitting it live on television into Chris Kattan's mouth. Is that who it was?
I think it was.
Oh my God. I was like, I had to be like 14 when I saw that. I was like, this is comedy. This is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
What happens if the Panthers beat the Lions? Will you admit that you cursed them?
The Panthers no. I did not curse the Lions.
I feel like you've been really rooting for the Lions lately.
And it's worked. Just like I love the Chiefs. Oh my God. And they keep winning. It's close, but they keep winning because they're so good. Not a flaw on that roster. Hey, welcome to the Panhandle of Florida. I'm your authentic guy from this area of geography. Now get into my den.
Wow, we with that switched real quick.
Yeah,
real
I imagine
quick.
There's some very rednecky parts in the Panhandle.
Oh no, there are 1,000,000%.
I think that's probably the area of the country I'd be most scared to live. Yeah, backwoods Appalachia.
Okay. The other thing I did want
Deliverance, so
The other thing that I do want to talk about that has nothing to do with the current games, because this was getting brought up a lot yesterday too, and we did not talk about this on Clickbait whatsoever. I honestly don't even know what we talked about. It was a blur. But NFL Sunday Ticket going to YouTube. Oh, yeah. It's a 7-year deal, and you're looking at about $14 billion. So apparently it could just be like with the subscription, which is like, I think it was like $60 or something dollars a month. And then there's like an a la carte kind of thing. You could just get it. It looks like probably like a standalone package. And the thing that gets me interested. So here's, Brandon and I have talked about this a few times.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's always the back of your mind going, what happens if the NFL decides to like lock things down and go, you know what? We don't want people doing descriptions of the game. We don't want people streaming, like talking about the game, because they could theoretically. When they went after Pat McAfee, like you can't show logos anymore, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Like, even though they paid for the rights to it, like $4 million is what they said.
Yeah. And so like that could be a huge problem. But this investment into YouTube, and I read the whole press release, and they were talking about like, it's a way to like grow like fan base, like they're realizing that we need to go digital, which I'm all about. YouTube definitely, they need to do something with the delay. Like it's going to be a problem still. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use it, because doing play-by-play, it's nearly impossible compared to the live feed. But they're talking about like actually investing in it and like using stuff with creators. I just pray it's not like what Amazon did, and they got their creators to put out terrible product about the NFL. But I mean, you, Scooter, myself, like we've all been shouted out by the NFL on their channel. Like, I don't know, it could be a very good thing, but at the very least, it gets away from DirecTV, which sucks. And 2, I don't think the NFL is going to be going after people for at least a little bit now.
Yeah, so. And I think it's going to force people who might not have went to YouTube to watch football related content to go there. Whether that's like during a game, like if maybe they're watching, I don't know, the actual Packers game on YouTube and they've never done that before. And then they see, oh, Packcast, Tom Grossi, there's a Packers stream during this. What's this? Like, it might just lead to more people discovering what we're doing. And
they have to have alternative stream options, because I mean, again, I didn't sign an NDA, so like it's fine, I think. But like years ago, before COVID hit, Like the NFL legit reached out to me and asked me to record a promo for them because they were looking into doing their own streaming thing where they had like creators who were going to do streams. And then and then COVID happened and it never went anywhere. And like, they've kind of gone in different directions. I never heard from them again, and they never did it. But I mean, like it's potential. And I think like if the NFL allows creators to just gives them more tools to promote their product.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everybody. Like you and I did that, like that one time that we were streaming together and a big time creator was streaming the game when he was not allowed to and got in trouble for that. But like you saw, just having the game gets you tens of thousands of people, and it also enhances it too. So if you can find like some way to combine that, and whether it's like buying rights or whether it's getting licensing deals or whatever, like that would be that's big.
Yeah. Just taking a cut of those streams would give them more revenue. It does grow their audience. It reaches new people. It helps people engage with their product the way that they want to moving forward too. Right. And that's been a big thing they're trying to figure out is like, how do they get people who are young now interested in the NFL the way like we are, because people's viewing habits and everything changes. And what we saw, like Amazon, is like Dude Perfect still doing
like that like 1 week and it was terrible.
They did I think they did 2 of them, and like that channel's phenomenal on its own. Dude Perfect, like they've crushed it, right? Yeah. They've had levels of success you can't even fathom. Like they killed it. But that doesn't mean like that's the right fit for a co-stream during a football game. And they were trying to do so many things that were just unrelated to the game. It was weird. It's like all these like crazy activities, like we're gonna do this while like that's not what people are tuning in to watch. They're trying to recreate the Manning cast, but without the formula of guys like talking about the game while it's happening.
Correct.
And they kind of did it, but it's like hopefully the NFL embraces all the different sports or football creators and figures out ways to work with them. And obviously it's in our best interest, but
that's what I'm saying. Like they can claim the video, like they can all the ad revenue can go directly to them. Like I'll keep super chats and like we vibe, like rock and roll, like let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because why not? And it's the NFL, like there's licensing and all that stuff. But now that YouTube has that, like, I mean, we've been talking about doing a sports shelf for years because there's like music, there's gaming, there's all this stuff. Like YouTube, I think they're going to get to a point where they're really going to have to recognize like, hey, like there's a huge audience here. So,
yeah. No, hopefully it empowers us and it doesn't just turn into something that all of the other giant media networks are able to utilize just on YouTube, and we get pushed down to the bottom. Like there'll always be a space for us, but it'd be cool if there's a way we're embraced with what they're doing moving forward versus, oh yeah, we'll just give ESPN more access to things on YouTube since ESPN's on YouTube too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I completely understand. So it's going to be interesting. It's a lot of like what ifs. It's a lot of preliminary stuff. Like we're going to kind of see what it looks like. And they're talking about doing flagship events. And that's the thing too. Like I see them just inviting like the creators that have like millions and millions of subscribers that maybe talk about football every now and then. And, and that's fine. It is what it is. But
they're like, we're this weird like bridge between an actual, like, I guess, like young YouTuber and a sports media person, right? Like we're in the middle there somewhere, because like, if you look at, I don't know what's the awards they give to YouTuber streamies, like the sports one was, I forget his name. It's some guy has like 10 million subs and he does like sports adjacent type vlogs half the time. But that's not his, like the primary thing isn't focusing on a league and players and what's going on every week. It's a different sort of like, it's like that needs a separate category, like sports vlogging, sports coverage. It's just, there's different approaches and different things that people tune into YouTube to watch. And like, there's people that need to sort of realize that. And what I see happening is if, say, the NFL looked at, we'll just say the clickbait crew. Tom Grossi gets a deal. Scooter gets a deal. Tree, Adam Perna, no thank you. Mark my words, that's what's going to happen.
Scooter already gets deals. I mean, like that's also like has like representation and like all that stuff too, which like
Scooter, he did the thing with Amazon this year and then learned it wasn't exactly what he thought it was going to be, but it was going to events and that sort of thing. That's just a different approach, but it'll be interesting.
I'm curious. I think, again, it just provides a little bit of like a little like fresh air of like, oh God, like they're not going to take me down today, because like, again, like you do look at the streams and like logos and things like that, but the NFL, like they know about it. Like they know that it's happening. And the fact that like you're getting shout outs on their YouTube channel, I feel like it's like, well, it'd be real tough for them to justify, but then again, they can do whatever the hell they want because they're the NFL. And we all know that the NFL has not always done things hand in hand. Yeah. So
especially if you're somebody who's been very critical of them from time to time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shall see. But Brandon, my friend, what do you got coming out? What are you doing this weekend for the holidays? You'll be streaming that Broncos game?
I will stream Broncos on Sunday, on Christmas. Today, I think I've got... Should I upload my 2008 video edited by one Johnny Barks?
Oh, it's not from 2008. Okay.
No. 2008. Should I upload that today, or is Christmas Eve morning a better time to upload? Also, I need a title, guys.
I say do it on Friday. Give it more time.
Okay. I should get 2008 up then today.
Okay.
What do you got, Tom?
Just Friday night Q&A. Kitty goes meow. Just Friday night Q&A. I'm not gonna do a video on Elton Jenkins. Like he got extended. I'm very happy about it, but there's only so much I can talk about with that. So gonna do Friday night Q&A tomorrow. I'll be streaming the Eagles, Cowboys, and then the Raiders Steelers game. Christmas, Packers, Dolphins, followed by Packers fan reaction, Packers post game, and then Sunday Night Football. So we'll be here Christmas Eve, Christmas. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, nice stretch. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later tonight. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated. Hopefully, Santa's sleigh comes to your chimney.
Hey, and you reached your destination, which is here in South Carolina, baby.